so let's begin. I'm gonna start with the busted ass characters first. I'm probably not gonna order the top 5 or so because it's probably just too hard to be honest. But obviously there's the pretty obvious picks. So does this even have everybody? Holy shit. Okay. So obviously Aaron Black is in the S tier. That's pretty clear. 100%. So is Garrus. I'll get into them a bit more after, but I'm just trying to quickly put them in there. Where is Sonya at? Okay, wait, this is actually looking kind of grim. Not even gonna lie. This is definitely missing people, right? Am I tripping? This shit does not have everybody. Fellas? Oh, she's right there. I'm a dumbass. Alright. Anyway, I'm a goofy. It's so hard to see right now, bro. Holy shit. Legit, look at this shit. It's so bad. Okay, so... No, I will. I'm pretty sure they're all there. Alright. Okay, so... Is Kung Lao there? He's actually there. He's actually there for once. Thank fuck. Alright. So... The reason I'm putting all these guys here... I'm gonna put Jackie in there as well. Where is she? There she is. This is definitely my top 5. You definitely can't even see Garrus right now, but fuck it. So... I'm gonna try and order them. Yeah, Cassie's definitely an S for me. So... I think Sonya's the best right now. Probably because she has really good zoning. The damage is really fucking good. All of her pokes are good. Her mix-up game is scary, and you don't even have to play mix-up. Like, Scar pretty much won Combo Breaker without mix-up, for the most part. But she still always has that comeback factor anyway. So it's like, the fact that she has such good zoning, she's got rush down, she has great anti-airs, all of her crushing blows are practical, for the most part. I think she just has to be the best in my opinion. Like, I feel like you can play her in so many ways that she can barely lose any matchups for the most part. She pretty much can do anything in any situation, anywhere on screen. It's like if you're full screen, it's like, all right, I'm gonna zone you with projectiles and the drone, and it's like if you're close, I'm gonna press mad buttons and mix your shit up if I want to as well. So I think that's a pretty obvious one. And I think that's kind of obvious for the whole top 5, to be honest. Garrus is not really, he's kind of, doesn't really need an example. Doesn't really need an explanation, sorry. Garrus is fucking Garrus right now. He's got godlike buttons, godlike mids. His damage is pretty fucking, his damage is really good, to be honest. Off any touch, he's converting at least 30. All of his crushing blows are mad good. Forward 2 crushing blows mad good. His mix up with 1-1 overhead or 1-1 low sand crushing blow is mad good. He has a 6 frame down 1, and his best string is -3, so he literally bullies you. Especially the characters with the 8 frame, you actually get bodied. So the fact that he has pretty godlike mix ups, even though they're risky or whatever, it's the damage is mad good if it hits. When he has crushing blow and stuff, and it just makes you mad scared all the time of him. And his anti-airs are really good. He pretty much just has everything. It's similar to Sonya, where it's you're never really playing Garrus, and it's oh shit, I actually don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh, I actually wish I had this in this situation. It's he actually pretty much has everything, but he is kind of slowly going down on the tier list right now because people are finding out ways to beat his string and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just gonna have him in this 5 because it's kind of theory right now, that he's getting worse. So I kind of want to see it actually happen in tournament and stuff like that, and see him slowly be used less, or um, you know, actually get worse, because people are saying he's getting worse because people are figuring out more things. But I want to see it in tournament more beforehand. But I do actually see it happening, and he's up to his crazy good. Again, the top 5 is not ordered, so I'm kind of just having them all in there. But if I was gonna order it, it would probably be This. Right now, that's probably mine, to be honest. I think that Cassie, I'll talk about Jackie first, actually. So Jackie is like, Jackie is definitely something else in this game. Like, to me, she's pretty, like, her neutral is pretty good because she has back two. It's like, it's not too bad. It's 18 frames, but like, you can't actually get in. Yeah, I think Cassie's better than Aaron. You get in, you actually just go ham. If you want to play neutral, you kind of can because she has 4-3, which is an advancing mid that like has pretty good whiff punish potential. You can't jump at her really because her stand one is actually one of the best antis in the whole game. Like free, it's actually one of the best antis in the whole game. Free. Her damage is always really good. All of her crushing blows are good. Dash punch and back two in just in neutral is scary because like you're just trying to walk away and you actually just get clipped like trying to space out anything else. But like she just back twos your shit. Um, and obviously when she gets in, it's like pretty scary because she has all the cancels. Her 1-1 is plus as fuck, and her back three string is mad plus. And if you throw this character, you actually just guess again because she just meter burns and makes you guess on the throw. So like that's probably one of the biggest things about it. It's like her throw game is mad scary because like even if you tag, it's like hold up, you're actually guessing again. Like peace. um, what else is there? That's really it, honestly. Like she just actually does everything. Her damage is crazy good. Her throwback game is really good. You actually got to guess a bunch against Jackie. It's like in neutral, you actually just got to guess all the time because like you can just get random dash punch and get your shit rocked. But yeah, she's really really good. Although I don't know, I don't see really a weakness that she has, to be honest. And that kind of goes for all the top five, maybe besides Garrus. All right, so Cassie Cage is put Garrus left at Cassie. It's like kind of in order. I don't know. The order could be shifted. I said it might be, but like I don't know. You can literally just flip them around and it doesn't actually matter. Like they're all mad good. So Cassie's a weird one. Like some people won't agree that Cassie's in the top. The S. I don't know. I think Cabal's good, but I'm like just putting S as top five. He's definitely like right there as like 6 or 7. But yeah, I think that Cassie being in S, the reasoning is because she plays this game really, like she plays MK11 really really well. Like her footsies are like some of the best. Her anti-air game is huge. Like back three anti-air, you actually lose 25 every time you jump at Cassie. And the fact that she's already zoning you out like half the game, it's making you want to jump, right? Um, and so she has great normals in neutral, great zoning with low gun. Anti-airs are fucking godlike. Damage is pretty good mid screen. Like you almost always get the combo mid screen. And then the only thing that she doesn't have is corner game, like really, because like she doesn't have corner combos. But it doesn't actually matter because by the time you have them in the corner, they're like basically gonna die anyway. Um, and you get like nut punch resends stuff like that all the time. And like it makes the throwback game even stronger. And of course, like forward four is mad good. There's plenty of like good reasons for Cassie to be mad good. Like I don't know, I've been playing Cassie recently, and like every time I play, I'm like, I never have a situation where I'm like, oh my god, like what? I wish she had this right now. It's like it doesn't actually matter. Like I feel like she has everything, and for the way this game plays, it's like she fits that style like really really well. For a lot of players, especially like you can play mad patient with her, or you can kind of get in there with like forward four and like stagger game. So yeah, I know. I think she's really really good. But who did I not talk about? Oh yeah, Aaron Black. So I think this one's also kind of self-explanatory. Like Aaron Black he's pretty godlike. He has easy launches off any touch, meterless launcher, like any touch, literally like 2-1, 2-1, 2-1-2, whatever into the shotgun launcher. It's mad good. Back two is so good. 11 frame mid. It can ephemeral safe on block. If you scud shot it, and you can do that like gimmicky slide stuff as well. It's not really that good, but like it's there. His potential to like the potential for him to win a match if he has the live lead is so high because he can literally just acid and scud shot you like all day to death. Um, Making any string safe with scud shot is really really strong as well. Like it makes it all a mind game because he can just scud shot or cancel and like frame trap you off it. So the fact that he has that is already mad good. His 2-1-2-1-2 is like probably the best throw bait string in the whole game, because it actually just makes you tech every single time. Like if you're trying to take a throw, and you see 2-1, you're gonna tech. Like you have to actually just not tech against Aaron, otherwise you get blown up by 2-1-2 every time. And um yeah, he has a 6 frame down one as well. And all these buttons are pretty solid. Like they're not great for neutral wise, but like up close, all these buttons are really good. Frame trap game is mad good. Damages are pretty solid. And his potential to just chip you out and like slowly take your life away, especially because he has throw crushing blow as well. That shit is crazy good. When you're in the acid and you have to guess throw, that shit is mad good. So that's pretty much the reasoning. Like I feel like all these characters right here play MK11 the best right now. Um, Sonya's kind of playing like MKX still, but she can also play this version, like this game really well, as in like throw slash zoning, like neutral type base. But I do see her being like the more rush downy kind of character if you have to play like that. But that's the same with Jackie, but it's still based slowly around like throw game, like, and it's not necessarily like overhead low type shit, but you still get rush, so yeah. But let's go into S minus. These are the characters that I think are literally like in a month's time or even less could be swapped out with some of the S characters. Like, because the game is so early, it's like it's hard to say another character is S that hasn't really done shit yet. But like these characters are all very viable, and you could honestly see them in the top 5 to 10 in the next like few weeks. But definitely like my top 6 and 7 is Baraka and Cabal 100%. I think these two guys are like actually insane. I think that Baraka is probably honestly like you could probably swap him and someone in S like out because I think they're both just mad good. Like Baraka is so strong. I think that he's one of the scariest characters to fight against because as we all know, you actually just explode. Like against Baraka, you actually just explode every time. Any hit is like minimum 40 usually, or like at least 30s. Probably like 30s to be honest. At least. And it's really easy for him to get into it. Like any string into guarded or like anything into these crushing blows. Both variations are pretty good as well. Like Marauder's in my opinion the best one because like his damage output is just fucking insane. But he does have like bone pick or whatever it's called, so you actually can kind of just get mixed by that shit. Although it's like, why would you play bone picker when you can actually just make someone explode with Marauder? But again, I do see the like reasoning for a little bit because it is kind of like scarier as in mix wise. But yeah, so yeah, Baraka's mad good damage. His projectile game's actually pretty good. His buttons are all mad good. Forward 4, back 3, forward 2, standing 1, down 4, down forward 1, or down forward 3 in Marauder with like the extended range. Like, and all his KBs are mad good. And he has throw crushing blow on both of his throws. Like, what the fuck is that? He's like, come on, this character's fucking crazy. I think everyone agrees that this character's insane right now. Um, oh, and his back 4 is mad good. But yeah, that's Baraka. He's very good. He's probably gonna get even better as time goes on because I feel like I don't know. I feel like the S is kind of sus when like some characters could actually just disappear out of S and get swapped out with some of these two. But I don't know. I know that's where it is for me right now. But again, I don't know. We haven't seen like we've seen a little bit of Baraka, but like it's kind of been on and off. But Tweedy's always been mopping with Baraka, DJT as well. So I think this character's definitely just gonna stay around for a while unless he gets nerfed like soon. But moving on, we're gonna go to the man Cabal. I think this is probably Real Swap Garrus with Baraka. I'm actually not against that, but we'll leave it for now. We'll just leave it for now. I'll make final changes at the end. So Cabal is legit, in my opinion, the most slept on character in the whole game right now. I think I think he's mad good. Like he's so fucking good. When I look at Cabal, like I actually think he is just so good. But there's something about him. I don't know what it is. Something holding him back. Like I don't know what it is. It's weird. Like, I feel like he just hasn't shined yet. But he's so good that he will. But like when you look at Cabal, he's like all his buttons are good. He gets damage off any touch because he gets nomad dash off everything. He he has throw crushing blow on his Oki. I mean on his Oki. He has crushing blow on his throw on his back throw. So it makes his throw game even scarier, especially when he has the restand, because then you get restand into potential like 50-50 throw and then you die. Clean cut for sure, yeah. And then all of his crushing blows are good, legit. The low hook one is probably sus, but like down two obviously crushing blow, throw crushing blow, down back four, 17 frame with Punisher. If you wish punish with that, you get like 45. His back 1-2 crushing blow is really easy to do, really easy to get. His 4-2-1 is not too bad as well, and he can do any string on block in the restand and stay safe against most characters. His zoning's pretty good. He gets confirms into no matter of anything, like I said. He can mix you up like Ghetto mix with low hook, and yeah, what else is there? Like that's pretty much it. Oh, and his fatal blow is fucking godlike. I forgot to mention actually, like uh Garrus, Aaron, Sonya, and Cabal, their fatal blows are mad good. Even Baraka's is pretty solid. But yeah, I forgot to mention those as well. But yeah, he can actually, yeah, he still gets jailing forward four off of restand. You have to do it off a different combo though. But yeah, like he's pretty much just a jack of all trades. He can do everything. He's got good pokes, good damage. Is yeah, like I said, he can do everything. And even his other variation, the cancel one, is pretty solid. But like we haven't really seen it much yet, so I don't want to get too much into that one. Okay, let's see. Alright, this is kind of free. My man is in there. I'm gonna put Jade here too. So Scorpion definitely like again, this isn't really ordered, this next section, but I think that Scorpion has to be up here. He's just like so good. Reborn and like even both variations are mad good, but Reborn is probably the better one in my opinion. But it's like when you think about Scorpion, he's like he has everything. Like great buttons, great. He's got pretty good crushing blows. I'm pretty sure of everything, right? Like all these crushing blows are good. Does he even have a bad crushing blow? I can't even think of one. Like all these combos, he has easy confirms. His damage is always like pretty solid. He actually has a fireball with spear because it's mad fast. And you never want to move against Scorpion because you're just scared of teleport all the time. And then he has like the forward three stagger game is really strong. His jump game is mad strong because you're just scared of teleport still. And his wake up three is really good. Like I don't know, this character kind of just does everything. I like pretty solid. When I look at his weaknesses, he doesn't really have any. Like except kind of his buttons in neutral are a little bit sus because like if you whiff back 1-4, like you die and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like um yeah, most all of his shit is pretty godlike. Not much to really say about him. He's just like super simple, but like he's really strong. Telecancel is mad scary. And yeah, that's really it. Like he's pretty straightforward. But um yeah, I think both variations as well. When people play smart with the chain variations, it's actually mad scary. But moving on to my character here, I put Jaden S minus because I think she's like she actually fits in there. The reasoning being because she, in a lot of matchups, she in so many matchups she plays her game, and they have to actually play around hers. And she actually does pretty solid against like most of the top tiers. I feel like so like she has really good zoning, glow like purple glow. That shit is kind of cheap. It's actually way too fast, and the fact that it recovers so fast makes her like it makes a lot of characters that can zone just like irrelevant because as soon as they block, she blocks one, she just glows up for free. And like her footsies are pretty good. Like back two is obviously really good. Down four is insane. EX Egglaive is plus, so you get a free glow like almost all the time. Random shadow kick is like there. It's not great, but like you can throw it out to like kind of scare people. But down four is legit cheap. It's like so far range, and it's like you can backdash after it. Um, and you kind of just like lame people out with her. Like you actually just make her play like make everyone play her game, and I think it's very underrated right now. But like yeah, she has a couple bad matchups, but at the same time, it's like in the matchups that she's good in, which is like I feel like legit like 80% of them, maybe more. She actually just completely shuts down like so many characters. So or not completely shuts down, but she like runs her game. So yeah, that's kind of where I feel like it's at right now. But let's see, who can we chuck in there next? Um, let's see. S minus. Let's see. Hmm. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put him in here. Oh, and her. Actually, I'm gonna put like it's gonna be one of them. I don't want to put too many of them in there. I think Jax actually might not be there. I'm gonna put Scarlet there and put Jax in there. So I'm gonna put Scarlet as the last. Wait, let me see. Make sure I'm not missing anyone that's better than her. Okay, I don't actually think anyone in the game is better than those top 10 right there. Scarlet. Oh fuck, Cetrion. Yeah, shit. I forgot about her. Okay, I saw her. I found it. I saw the light. Um, I don't know. I don't know about Jax yet. I think those characters above him are better than him, to be honest. But I'll put him out for now. I'm just gonna let him sit there. He can sit down here for now. Okay, Cetron and Scarlet, like these are another like pretty self-explanatory ones. Like Scarlet obviously just has mad good zoning. Her zoning is mad good. Her damage is pretty solid, but like you don't get off many hits. But she actually just controls the pace of the game against so many characters. At least from what I've seen like so far with Scarlet. But again, she hasn't been used too much for some reason because I guess I don't know. I actually don't know why. But yeah, like her mids are really good. Like forward two is obviously mad good. Forward four is really good. um, her damage, yeah, like I said, damage is pretty good. Restand is pretty solid, even though it's less plus now. It's still pretty good. um, yeah, she just controls the pace of the game really well. Like her zoning is really strong, so you have to play super slow against her, and even if you do, you don't really get much reward for it. So I think in time, Scarlet will just slowly get better, or maybe she'll get worse. I don't know. But right now, she seems pretty strong. The only thing that she's like the only like weakness she kind of has is she doesn't get much damage off of her mids, um, and she can get flawless blocked on a lot of her like important strings. So that's the only real issue. But everything else is pretty godlike about her, and she has story crushing law as well. So that's always a bonus. Alright, Cetrion, this character is kind of fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't fuck with Cetrion at all. Just gonna put that out there. I hate Cetrion, so yeah, let me just say that. No, this is not in any specific order. Not really. Like each specific tier is not really in order, no. So, Cetrion is insane to me. Like, her zoning is really, really strong. Like, obviously, Boulder is really good because if you block a Boulder, it's like a mix up between Geyser or like another boulder. Or she can just walk at you because it's like plus as. So that's like the mix there. And she controls the like space really well with like down forward one, which is the air beam thing. All their buttons are really, really strong. They're all really good. She controls the space with Vine Drill, Air Beam, Geyser, and Boulder. So like that's already four different special moves that you have to worry about. And she has a teleport that has very little recovery as well. So combining all of that with like just her damage isn't great, but by the time you get in on her or the time she gets in on you, you've probably already lost like at least 20 to zoning. So it's like it kind of evens it out like that. And she has pretty good restand. Like all of her buttons combo into the geyser, like which is the bubble. so she gets easy confirms off everything. Her sending 1 is godlike, 4-2 is mad good. Oh, and wall, obviously the wall special move, Damak 1, that shit is mad scary. I don't know why she has a teleport, but like that shit is so crazy. And like all of her strings have mad pushback too. So yeah, she's really hard to get, like really hard to chase down. But I do think she's very, very good, very, very good. And I do see her like just gonna stay around that same spot for a while, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure that covers all of the S characters. I don't think I feel like everyone in those top like what was that, top 11? Yeah. I think everyone there is like in their own tier, and then the rest are like obviously the next tiers I'm about to make are like they're obviously very, very good, but they're just like not that good. They're not at that level in my opinion. So so starting in A plus, I'm gonna put straight up. Where is he? Where's my boy gone? There he is. Jax is definitely Jax could honestly be close to the S minus. He's like close to S minus or A plus, but I'm not exactly sure on where I would put him because it's like Jax he's very, very good. Like he has great mids. His damage is decent in the Duck and Wii variation. I forget what it's called. His zoning is pretty solid. He controls. He kind of controls the game when he's heated because he has the missiles. But when he's not heated, it's not really that. It's not really that good. But it's not terrible either. Um, he can stagger you very, very well as well, like 4-3, 4-3-3, or like do the overhead at the end. Same with 4-2. Like it's always really scary, and both of his throws give him Oki, so it's like if you eat throws from Jax, you know you actually have to guess because like he's gonna get Oki and then throw you again. So I think he's very, very good. He can confirm into the launch of like a lot of his shit. Um, his crushing blows are really strong. Like, sorry, like the missile combo one is really easy to get. You get anytime you get a launcher, you actually just get missile crushing blow. His throw crushing blow, he literally just needs to be heated. Um, yeah, like he's pretty damn good. And in the other variation, he just has to be heated up, so it's like they're super easy to get. And the command grab one's mad easy as well. So all these crushing blows are really good. And yeah, I think that's a pretty solid. I think that's really it. I think that's where he stands, to be honest. I'm also gonna put Noob here because I don't know. I feel like Noob is still really, really strong. I don't see why he's not in this level. Like Noob is like probably one of the most underrated characters. Still, like some people still think he's good, but at the same time, I do see people like considering like saying he's not very good. But like for Noob, like there's a lot of strengths that he has. So obviously he has great damage. That's free. Like Noob's damage is mad good. His zoning is pretty good because um his projectiles do 9% on hit. His tackle is a mid. It's kind of slow, but like it is kind of scary when you're really close and you're trying to worry about fireball. Um, and it also makes people just freeze in neutral. And he has Damak 4, which is the shadow anti-air. I'm only talking about Dark Sabbath, by the way, because no, I didn't get a host. I'm only talking about Dark Sabbath because seeing double is like useless. So um yeah, so seeing double, I mean Dark Sabbath is obviously really good. Teleport combo of anything is mad good. His anti-air game is really good with down back 4 or even down 2. His down 4 is really good. So all his footsies are good. Damage is mad good. Um, yeah, he's like lacking almost nothing. He has a few bad matchups, and like when his back one string gets punished, it kind of sucks. So yeah, I think that's really all he's saying. Like all there is to say about him. Like the fact that he has such good damage kind of evens out if he has a bad matchup because he kind of just makes you explode in 2 hits. So like literally 2 hits, you actually die. So yeah, that's where I put Noob. I think he's very good, and we'll see how he goes. We'll see where he's at in the next few weeks. But I used to play Noob. I was actually a Noob main when the game first came out, but I did decide to drop him because I thought that he was not as good as I originally thought. But I used to think he was like in the S or the S minus, but I think he's just a little bit outside of it now. But I still think he's very good. So we'll see. we'll see how my boy goes in the next few weeks. But I think he's in a pretty good spot right now. I wouldn't really expect him to get any buffs or anything like that. All right. I think this is where it gets a bit weird. Like these next few characters are in some very interesting spots. But I'm gonna actually put Raiden next because I think Raiden is very, very, very strong. Like, um, keep in mind the game is like so balanced right now, or like very close to it, that a lot of the characters are just really good right now. So yeah, so you might be like, whoa, why are they so low? Why are they so high? It's like I don't know, they could actually just fit in there. But I think Raiden. I don't know about the defense variation or whatever it's called. I'm just talking about the basic one with teleport and stuff like that. Um, His damage obviously is pretty strong. He gets it off. He can confirm into Storm Cell like the down back 2 of anything. He has pretty solid buttons. Like forward 4 is really good. Back 1 is pretty good. And he can just cancel anything in the fire teleport and just say like fuck you, I'm out. Like anytime he wants to, he's just like, alright, I'm actually peacing out right now. Like I don't fuck with you right now. So the fact that he has teleport and that this teleport in general in neutral is actually scary. Um, Corner carry is really good. He can actually zone pretty well, and he can counter zone obviously because he has teleport as well. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like he's got like total potential as well. It's like if you if you have the life lead, you can actually run away with Raiden and like keep teleporting and like zone out a bit. But yeah, I think he's in a pretty good spot. I like Raiden. I'm really happy with where he's at right now. Wouldn't really ask for anything for him. Maybe like he needs a few better crushing blows. Maybe I don't actually know. But his crushing blows are kind of sus. But he doesn't really struggle like anyway with them. But yeah, that's where I put Raiden. Next it's like, oh man, this is where it gets weird. Like this is where it gets mad weird. I think I'm gonna put Katana in there for sure. Like, people don't think Katana is very good right now, but I don't think you can really deny like the results. And obviously Samij is like one of the only Katanas doing work right now, but he's killing it with Katana. And like she obviously plays MK11 really well. Like her stagger and throw game is mad strong because you actually just get like she's so safe on her strings. Like on every string she's safe, literally. Um so she's never taking risk by going for throw slash like frame trap. Two Katanas in top 8. Was that two? Am I missing someone? Um So yeah, like her throw game is mad good because all of her mids are really strong. They all lead into damage, and like you have to actually be scared of a lot of her staggers because they're always safe. So it's like the risk reward is always in her favor. It feels like her jump ins are really strong. Her fan game is not as good as MKX, but like it's still pretty good. You can actually get zoned by Katana still a little bit. And she has float again, so like you have to be scared to anti her once again. um, which is like pretty traditional for Katana, but like yeah. And her anti has a really good like down three into 1-2 lift, all that shit, mad good. And yeah, that's really all there is about Katana. She's just super safe, easy confirms into like any combos. Um, Damage is pretty solid, and I think she just plays this game really well. Yeah. All right, Katana gameplay is real. Yeah, it's pretty sus. All right. Next is going to be. Who do you guys think it's gonna be? Who do you guys think it's gonna be? You guys actually have no idea. I'm curious to see what you guys think of this one, but I think this is where he's at for real. The boy, Kung Lao. I think he's actually mad underrated right now. Um, I don't think he's like super good. That's why he's here. But I definitely think he's mad good. Damn, you guys actually made the read. That's crazy. Um, yeah, I think Lao's super strong to be honest. Like for what he does, he's actually mad good at it. Forward 4 is like his main string. Like literally, if you watch Foxy's Lao, and Foxy's like obviously the best Lao right now. He pretty much just plays forward 4 throw, and Z hat pressure, and like that actually works. It's like it actually makes sense. It's like you just go for your forward 4 safe mid, um, and you just play around that and his throw crushing blow. His damage output is really really good. He actually like holds it down not too bad in the zoning war with like Z hat and straight hat. It's not great, but it's okay. Um, and his teleport is pretty good as well. It's not crazy good, but like compared to other games, I feel like it's actually pretty good. Um, but yeah, I think Lau just plays pretty straightforward, like good throw game. He has throw crushing blow, so when he has escape failed, it's like mad scary. Forward four is pretty solid, and yeah, like he's really straightforward. And his Z hat like Oki is actually mad good. Like if he hits you and does Z hat Oki, it's actually pretty scary because like he actually just gets another frame trap throw mix again. So yeah, and his crushing blows are not like great, but yeah, that's where I put him. All right, let's see, let's see. Mm, there's not that many characters left. All right, yeah, this is sus now. I feel like this is where it gets weird. I don't think Kano's like. I think Kano's alright. Chronica's definitely busted. Total Collector, Shao, Johnny, Devora, Frost. Mmm. Damn, this is where it gets hard as fuck. Holy shit. Alright. Hmm. Alright. Yeah, I think Lou is like actually very similar to. I don't know. I don't know if Lou's there anymore. I don't think he's there, honestly. I'm gonna put Lou here, I think. I'm actually gonna put Lou down here. I don't think he's as good as people think right now. He's not bad. He's definitely solid, but I think the A plus, all of the A plus are better than Lou, like for sure. Um, just because there's a few reasons. One good thing about Lou is that he has throw crushing blow, so like that's really strong towards his game. Although he doesn't really bring like much to the table. Like this is one thing. Like I saw Silver Eye saying this too, and I agree 100%. If you're a Liu Kang player, why would you not just play Jackie? Like, yeah. Um, because like then when you think about Lou, it's like his damage is not good at all, really. His damage is not great. That's pretty obvious. He only has really like one combo or any combo. It's like anything into fly kick, meter burn or whatever. So his damage isn't super good, but he doesn't need it obviously. His zoning's pretty good. I'll say his zoning is good. However, it's like it's not much because like in the grand scheme of things, Louis, I feel like you actually just have to work so hard to open people up with him, and it's like, yeah, like his pokes are kind of weird, but the fact that his 9 frame mid is really really good, and he can actually just make you kill, like he can just kill you, if you're like a masher, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like he's just not bringing that much to the table, to be honest. He's he's definitely good, but he's so honest. Like he's mad honest. And like the thing that sucks about him is like his main string is like based around a mind game where you have to like take a risk all the time for the most part. So I don't really like that about him. Although I still think he's really good. But I just think all these characters above him are better. I think Raiden is better than Lou for sure. I legit do. Um, but yeah, again, I still think Lou's good. He's just not better than those other characters in my opinion. Just because, like, yeah, he's just really simple. He's kind of just a zoner, and um, yeah, like a lot of his pressure is just kind of like whatever. Yeah, that's me, Alex. What's up, bro? All right, moving on. That's all I'm gonna say about Lou. I think he's good. I just don't think he's as good as people think he is right now. And I think in future he's actually just gonna be dead. Like, I think he's actually just gonna go away soon. But he can win and shit. Like, he probably I don't even know if he has many bad matchups. But like just in terms of like the way he plays and stuff, I don't think he's better than the other characters. But like the A list is like, oh, that was weird. I just said A list and I'm putting Johnny Cage here. That's mad weird. Actually, Johnny, I don't know. I don't want to talk about Johnny because I actually just don't know. I'm gonna put sub here first, just because I want it to kind of look a little bit ordered. Um, but yeah, Sub Zero as well. Um, Sub Zero is like in a weird spot. People think he's crazy good, And I actually think Sub is like pretty solid. However, like I don't think he's a consistent character right now because like just the way he's being played right now is kind of sus. Like people are trying to base him around mix when he can do it, but like over time people are gonna get better at reacting to it. But at the same time, it's like obviously then you'll get opened up by throws and shit like that. But like his neutral's pretty solid. Um, the only thing is he's just like I don't know. I just don't really know Sub right now where he's actually at because it's like his I don't know. I feel like Sub Zero just has no frame trap game. He's literally just like mix up and like that's it. And I will say though his poke is very good. Yeah, anything around 8 and above is like viable for sure. Yeah, like I don't know, Sub just has like no frame trap throw game, or like not a very good one. So I think that's one reason he's like kind of weak. But um, his overhead low game is mad good, so it's like pretty scary in that regard. And he can actually just vortex you like sometimes if he has fatal blow and shit, you actually just explode. But I mean, that's not gonna win you tournaments, so like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think right now he's like a really good MK11 kind of character. He doesn't really work in this game. Like he does, but like he's just not playing MK11 right now. I don't think, or at least the way he's being played is not like that yet. But that might change over time. So I'm just gonna leave him there for now. I don't think he's bad by any means. I just don't know enough about him right now to say like for sure where he's at. But I love to see him played in a different way more than just like these 50-50s that everyone's playing him as. Because I don't think he has to play that way. But we'll see. We'll see where he develops. Again, it's really early, so like my opinion will change pretty quickly on Sub-Zero, to be honest, if someone else like makes it work. But yeah, that's where I put him at. Like I don't think he's bad. I think all these characters are pretty good. But yeah. Um okay, let's move on. A tier. We're still in the A tier, alright. Shit. I mean, I don't really know anymore like where these fellas go. I'm gonna put Devora here as well because I feel like she's actually playing. Um, I feel like it's a weird one because like Devora has slowly been like developing over time, but obviously like originally we all thought she was pretty bad. But oh yeah, and Shao Kahn as well. Yeah, like obviously early on we thought Devora was bad because she got like hella nerfs on the day one patch, and everyone's like flipped out and like dropped her and shit like that. But now that like time is like more time has come on her, um, myself included, people are starting to see the light on Devora, and people are starting to realize how she's actually meant to be played instead of like how she was playing pre day one patch. So I think she has really good really good throw poke game. So it's like you always gotta be scared of down one because she can just do down one OV and cancel it and be safe on block. And her throw game is mad strong. She has Oki off back throw, which is really good. She can even though her mid is mad slow, she can actually make it safe now. Because recently we found out that she can cancel a 4-2-2 up 3. I mean up 1+3, which is really good. So like I don't know. And if you get hit by Devora, you actually if you get hit by Devora, you actually have to guess, or like you get kind of rushed. Like you don't have to guess per se, but you actually get rushed down like crazy. And unblockable throw combo is probably one of like the best setups in the whole game. Like if you get hit and then she EXs the bug, you actually got to guess. So that's where I'm gonna put her. Like, I think she's really good. Her footies are like okay. Her buttons are mad slow, which is kind of sus. But like if you get a hit, it's really good. And she kind of just plays poke throw game pretty strong because OV is like so safe. If you have the bar. So yeah, I think like obviously Sonic is like a big reason I'm saying she's like playable now because he's like killing it with her. But I do think she actually is in a good spot. And I think in time, she's actually going to be like, she's going to get pushed up for sure. I don't know where, but like, this is a safe spot to put her in right now. Because before she was like in like unplayable tier. We actually just thought she was deleted. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with where she's at right now. I think she'll get better over time as well. But we'll see where that goes. But that's where I think she's at right now for sure. And next on the list has to be the man himself. Where is he? There he is. Shao Kahn. I think this character is actually pretty good. I think he can play um MK11, like the way MK11 is supposed to be played, like at a pretty solid, you can play it pretty well because forward three by itself, mad good hit confirm. If you're hit confirming forward three, it's really strong. Although it's kind of hard, but like it is one of the best things that he has. His damage is pretty solid, like, and he can confirm off like almost anything into shoulder. His zoning's not too bad. His pokes are really good. Although, shit, my bad. He does have some kind of slow, like, he does have some kind of slow buttons, but again, you don't really need to throw them out of neutral at all. Like, there's actually no reason to. So I think if you just like play him like zony, and then when they get close, you just like play solid, and he confirm forward three, and use his sweep as well. His sweep's pretty good. I don't know. I feel like he can actually frame trap throw you pretty well. It's pretty scary. But yeah, that's really it. Like, I don't know. Shao Kahn's pretty. He hasn't been used that much yet, so I don't want to go too much into detail on shit I'm not actually 100% um certain of. But I do think that's actually it. All right, A tier. Am I missing anyone in A tier? Like, I don't really know about these next ones. I think Johnny's probably in there. Like, Johnny's definitely in there. What am I saying? He's definitely in there. And in my opinion, I think Kano's actually in there too. I don't know about Frost yet, so I'm not gonna go there. But actually, no. I think Frost and Kano are actually the same tier. But I still think these fellas are like B. Alright. Um so Johnny Cage, even though he has some whiffing issues, which I've been hearing about, I don't see it that often. And I do think that he's actually pretty solid. Although again, um Johnny's very like in my brain, like I actually don't know shit about Johnny Cage in this game. He's probably one of the least like used characters that I've seen at least, and I don't really know much about him because like I said, he's not used often, so I'm not actually sure like where he sits. Although I do think that he's very like I don't know, I feel like he can play like pretty solid. Like his zoning is pretty good, his damage is pretty solid, but I don't really know what his issues are, so I don't want to comment too much on him right now. However, like I do think he can play, and I've seen him play, and it looks pretty solid. But that's all I can really say about Johnny, because like again, not many people are really playing him that often, so I don't want to go too far into it. But that's just where I see him at the moment. Kano, this might be a hot take because like I might get blown up for this one, but I don't give a fuck. Kano, I think is actually pretty solid. I think he like people say he's bad or something. I don't know why, but like most people that say he's bad are the people that just like go crazy with him and like just do ghetto ass mix ups. Like, um, Kano can play actually really reactionary, and it's actually pretty. It actually works out pretty well. Like Kano balling on reaction, like air Kano balling on reaction to a low projectile is really good. Um, his command grab mix up is actually mad scary. Like I was playing bio and I was actually just getting mixed, and it's like you actually just got to guess sometimes. It's actually worse now though because it can get crushing blade if you read it, but at the end of the day, you still have to guess on a command grab or a mix. So that's kind of scary. His zoning is pretty solid. He gets pretty good damage if he hits you like off a punish, like with 2-4. And yeah, I think that's really it. Like it's pretty simple. He's pretty simple, but like his zoning and his having Kano Ball as a reactionary punish on a lot of things is really strong. His forward three crushing blow is mad good. I think it's forward three or back three. Whatever the like boot kick is, that one is really good. And yeah, I don't know. He's kind of scary. He can actually just rob you of a game if you get mixed enough. So I think he can. I think he can fit in that category of like playable, but he's like not crazy good right now. He's just solid. But let's see. Frost again. Frost is like also kind of unused character, but from what I've seen of Frost, she has really good like buttons. Her buttons are like pretty good. You can cancel any block string into like that um spin, whatever it's called, down back four. I'm pretty sure it is like the spin, ice spin, and then it's like safe on block no matter what. So I think that's really strong. Her hit confirms are pretty good now because they buffed like the down back four special move or back down four, whatever it is. So now she can actually combo into like that EX ice way more, which is really good because like she needed that for sure. Um, her poke game is kind of sus, but like I don't know how relevant it is to her game plan because again, Frost is not used that often. I'm pretty sure Stabs is one of the only Frost players at the moment, and he's like doing pretty good with her. So I would love to see like where she goes in the next few months. But I think her zoning is pretty good. She counter zones really well, I think, and like her damage is pretty good as well. So right now, like I don't really know what her weaknesses are, and they're not really glaring. So I'm not gonna get into it too much. But yeah, I think she can play, so that's good. And then for my B tier, I'll be honest, Collector, I think he's like legit so shit. Um, but I also feel the same about Kodal. I don't really know much about either of them, like at the highest level, because whom the fuck using Collector and Kodal Khan? That's all I'm saying. Like, no one's using these fellas. Collector, I think he just like I don't know. I literally don't even know what to say. I feel like he actually just does nothing. Like literally. And I feel the same about Kodal. I feel like Kodal is probably better than Collector, but in the long, like in the grand scheme of things, I actually think he just sucks. Like I don't know. I feel like nothing about Kodal is scary besides his wave dash. Like I feel like everything else is like it's just whatever. His frame data is like pretty bad. From what I know of Kodal, I feel like his frame data is pretty bad. And yeah, like I said, frame data is bad. Buttons are kind of slow. Um, I don't really know what else there is to say about him. Like, the only thing that's good is like his damage is pretty solid. If he can frame into like that the uppercut special move. But yeah, that's really it. I think that sums it up pretty well. I don't think that Kodal just plays the game yet. Like they just need to give him something to play the game a bit more. Like I don't know, and I don't even see any of his crushing blows ever. I don't think I've ever seen a Kodal crushing blow legit. I don't even know what any of them are. That's how like same with Collector actually. I feel like I don't see those guys have crushing blows at all. So yeah, that's really it. Um, let me just recap my tier list to make sure I didn't fuck it up at all. Okay, S, Sonya, Jackie, Cassie, Aaron, Garrus. Yes, I agree with that. Mm, I'm actually gonna swap Garrus out. I'm swapping Garrus for Baraka. Mm, I'm changing it. I back this. I think actually that I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but like I actually do think Baraka is better than Garrus, and the reasoning is like Garrus is starting to become weaker because people are starting to find counters to his best shit. Um, so yeah, like I can see Baraka coming better in the future. Also, like Baraka kind of plays better against like the whole cast, like not the whole cast, but like yeah, between the two, it's like yeah, I don't know. They're literally like so close to each other, but um, I don't know. Baraka just has more options. I feel like than Garrus does, but I feel like they're both mad good anyway. I don't think I would change anything else, to be honest. I think that's all I would keep it as. Um, let's see. What else? Let me make sure. Cabal, Scorpion, Jade, Scarlet, Cetron. Yes. Um, A plus. Kane, Jax, Noob, Raiden, Katana, Lao. Yep. Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Devora, Shao Kahn. Yeah, I feel like they're all the same tier and B tier. All right, that is it. That is my tier list. I hope you guys. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Look, I haven't read the chat that much, but I'm keen to cop it in a sec. But yeah, this is my tier list right now. This is definitely going to change because like it's barely even 2 months in. Um, so bear in mind, I haven't played against all these characters at a high level, or they just haven't been played at the highest level yet. So things are going to change, but this is where I think everyone is at right now. Um, I don't know if some characters are better than others, like in the really lower tiers, because like they just haven't been picked that much. So it's probably going to change in the future. But for now, this is where I think they stand. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Let me know. I'm gonna put this on YouTube as well, so go ham in the comments. Tell me I'm the dumbest. I'm making tier lists because I know I'm about to cop that shit. So, yeah, that's where I think everyone's at right now. Let me